isang ke Neo ga mo bua pula ke a amogela mo Gospel Chats with Neo. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for sharing with us, man. I'm excited about today's episode. Should I say she's a pastor, a songwriter? She's a lot. She's one of the legends in our country, in our music space, in our gospel. Were you a founder of Family Factory?
A founder of Family Factory. And I'm being a lily. Sangonan, Mufila to be in the pets when no singing and go off more as you got that up. I can't when I shot a how.
I can ask you first. What's that all being a
Then I feel like to be in the pets when I sing it and go off more as you got that up. What's the one I'm chatting to Papagat? Yes, Napella, I love suit to love.
How are you, Sis V?
I'm all right. I'm good, thank you. And please don't call me Sis V. When Michael Jackson came to South Africa, Zange utu kono put Michael and it.
Okay.
Ne? So my brand is Vicky. I'm here. No, I'm not here as your auntie or as your sister. I'm here as Vicky the brand. So ngeke uti uput Coca-Cola.
You know,
I'm so
I had Us Margaret, and she said Oscar me or ausi.
yeah. You can ausi me, you can me, you can auntie me, mas pumala.
Okay, it was just a form of respect now.
All right.
Yeah, but then we have
whatever
Vicky
comfortable,
Vilakazi.
whatever comfortable with you. Yeah.
I think it's V. It's
all right,
more,
it's all right.
and it's even more chilled. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I hear you.
But we have Vicky Vilakazi on I nearly said the yellow couch, on the blue couch here. Legacies V.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's gonna be
you.
difficult just to say V.
It's all right. Whatever you call me, it's all right.
So, I was just checking you out for a while actually.
Yes.
And then I reached out to Osman and I need to have Sis V here. And yeah, unfortunately you had to go through a bit of a phase. And how have you been holding up?
It's been hectic. It's been rough. You know when you take two papers, you join them together and get glue. And then when you what is the other one goes with the piece of the other and the other one with the piece of the other.
Yeah.
So I realize when my mom is gone, but you know what? I've been tight with my mother.
That's how close you were.
I've been very tight with my mom. We had 11 alarms out 11 a day.
Wait.
I was looking at them checking.
11 alarms.
Yes, because 1:30 in the morning, une alarm will wake up. Mama, how are your vitals? Because she was diabetic.
Okay.
Let's check them. So I check it. Okay, paramisa or wehlisa. Mama, eat this, take that. And then we go to sleep. 5 o'clock, I wake her up for her first breakfast. Mama, take this. Mama, take that. Like I was taking care of my mom even away, you know. And then, Mom, it's 6 o'clock. Drink water. Mama, take. Mama, it's 11 o'clock. Take a snack. Mama, do this. Mama, do that. 9, 12, we pray. We have our prayers. So even the 1:30 in the morning, after we've done that routine, we had prayers. That's for years. So now, this when she passed, the next morning, ama alarm because Phoniak is with me. So on kama alarm all the phones. I'm supposed to be talking to my mom. We're supposed to be praying. And I told God, I'm taking a break from this prayer. I can't do it. And what I think what really killed me was that she passed on the 6th of June. It was on a Thursday. On Wednesday I went to hospital to see her with my daddy. Now, but when she was admitted, she came to visit me and she said she has a pain.
Okay.
And then we took her to the doctor and the doctor said hospital. When we got them, the first question they asked, did she take a vaccine? And I said yes. And I asked why, they didn't tell me. Then they said isolation, oxygen. So she was there for a week. It's not diabetes that took my mom. Because it was well managed. When I left my house, moving to my parents' house, I took classes for a month, diabetes, and then I knew how to manage it. My mother's been diabetic since 1982, 86. 80s. So My mom was strong. My mom was running. My mom was a cherry. My mom was very strong. We were on herbals. We were on everything. So we knew how to manage it. So that Wednesday, when I go to hospital, a week after she was there, then I go there with clean sheets, clean blankets, pajamas, and so we are shinja and all that. And then she says to me, now she's in the ward, and then she says, mixele herbal tea, mix this one for that one, for that one. So now I'm serving people this thing, ginseng in, this is what, alu something, and you understand? And uchinchile umama uclean, and she's talking and she's preaching in a word, in her word. And after that, it's 4 o'clock, we have to leave. So me and my dad, as we leave, I kiss her and I say, love you, mama. And then she says to me, I love you, my baby. And then we go. When I get home, that was 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the evening, she calls me. We're talking. Me and mom were friends. Me and mom were, even my siblings know, even now they're saying, Vicky, you're so close to mama. We are sorry. They feel like I'm the only one who's feeling the pain, but they are my siblings.
Yeah, yeah.
And then 6, my mom calls, we are talking, and mama says, I've got a song in my spirit, Vicky. And we started singing.
Over the phone?
Yes, over the phone. At mama, the song that says, but she didn't have the lyrics. And then it gets to the chorus, Jwale, Kiboni Sidipa, Saniti. Semapodi. And now we were singing with mom. So my husband is vocally wounded, ne? So he tried to sing, and I said, no, keep quiet, let mama and daughter sing. You can't sing to save yourself. He just cannot sing.
Vocally wounded.
He can't sing.
I mean, I felt the pain. Continue.
There was 6, and then after that, I'm like, okay, mama, we'll talk later. 10:30 evening, we're talking, we're having a prayer. But this time, mama says, I wanna Vicky, you talking too much. Aslale, sizokhuluma ekuseni. And usually, we are not khuluma ngizengithi mama uqede. But this time, mama uthi kimi, you talking too much, wena Vicky, I know you ngikuqede aslale. Siyalala. 5 o'clock in the morning, I get a call from my brother. So the hospital called my brother. Mama has passed. What? How? We were serving people. Mama was preaching, and the doctor had discharged my mom. So the junior doctor, the senior doctor, okay, let me just observe her. Uzopuma Thursday, overnight. So that is why on Wednesday it was just me and my dad who went, not the family, because anyway she was discharged.
Yeah.
On Thursday, besimlanda. Kanti on Thursday ulandwa izulu. So it was so difficult for me, very difficult to say, but what happened? I had the what happened. I had the question, but I didn't want to hear the answer. I wanted to ask the hospital what happened to my mom, but I didn't want to hear the answer. Because if it was going to bring her back, I would make a follow-up. I would sue. I don't know what happened to her, but my consolation then is, when I began to sit and think, indeed, when God's children are about to be called home, there is a sign. They know somehow. Even though they do not tell us, somehow they know. Because the Friday she was admitted, she comes to my house, she's visiting me. Usually she stays a week. But this time when she comes with everything. A bag full of all her winter clothes. Things that I have bought her overseas. Polonex, jerseys, every winter stuff. A massive bag.
She's visiting you.
Yeah, things that I've bought. I bought some good stuff in Sweden. I bought good stuff in Holland. Oh, mama, and it's the things that she was not, some of them she wasn't wearing. Yes, about mama banjan. No, I'm keeping this one for an occasion. So even those ones that she kept for an occasion, she comes with them to visit me. She comes with her products because she was selling some herbal products. She was a manager, and then she made me join, but I was still a distributor, and I wasn't really selling. But we were using those products at home for years. I mean, when I was involved in an accident, that's when my mother started to join these herbal things because she wanted to help me, and they did help me a lot. She comes with a bag full of these products, and she comes with a grocery that she keeps in her pantry. Dishwashers, tin stuff, bar soaps, everything. And I'm like, and then when it comes to, when she gets to my house, from the sitting room, the lounge, coming, it's my mom. Her side table, because at home I had set up a buffet station on her side of the bed, so that when she wakes up at night and she feels the sugar is low, she needs to eat something. There was a flask, there was everything, there was just a buffet stand for her.
Everything was ready for her.
Yeah, because I'm not there, I'm not staying with them anymore. So she comes with the table, she comes with the lamps. I mean, things that Mama brought, it didn't make sense at the time. And then she goes to the hospital. And then she says to me and my husband, I'm gonna, if you cool. And then on the Wednesday, she says to my father, Babake, dear, I'm going to Vicky's house. And I'm going to stay there for a very long time. And my father says, yeah, you need to rest. It's okay. So when I look at those things, why did Mama bring all these things? Rooibos tea. 2 big boxes of rooibos. So I'm like, did Mom know? But why didn't she say something to me? Why didn't she give me a sign? Why didn't she? Huh? And then she has what they call stock failures. When stock failures about cock. And then she was part of that. And a month she was, I think she had 3 names in that stock file. Old age, whatever they call it. So when I get into her handbag in my house, I find all her documents. I find an envelope with 4,006
money.
Yeah, and it's written abohr. So it's the Goko Stockfell, because my mother passed on the 6th and the Stockfell was on the 8th.
Sure.
So I get that envelope, Elon abohr Stockfell. Like everything is in place.
Everything has been prepared and made easy for you guys. What, like, you don't run around.
I got everything, even her documents, her license for the company, for the herbal products business, because she said to me, you know, when I pass on, one of you has to take over my position, my managerial position, so you can get the products, you can get the manager's discount, you know. So when I open this bag, I find these cards, I find these documents, I find another document of East End, you know, these funeral burial things where you don't it's not like when you buy stamps.
Yeah.
So when you have maybe say you have stamps to 20,000, when something comes up, then you can choose a package.
Which one you want?
Yeah. So when I get into my mother's bag, and there is that stamp, but because she had used them to bury my mamncane, her younger sister, not long, and then there was that 4,000 some 5,008 of stamp. So it's like I've got every document, and she used to keep documents zamalobolo, like from my brother, malobolo negotiations. She put them somewhere. So in a Bible box, you know, when you buy a Bible, there's
There's
that
a
box.
box, yeah, that
So
you
in
catch.
that box, she had put all the important documents, birth certificates, even of her brothers, amalobolo negotiations from my brother who has passed, my lobolo negotiations letters, my sister's lobolo negotiations, my nephews, everything is there. She came with that also at my place. So I've got all those documents. Answers no, questions many. I'm telling you. And now, so my struggle now, is, I'm realizing that I had stopped my life literally for my mom. Because now mommy's gone, we have buried mommy, and I wake up in the morning, I have nothing to do.
Your routine has changed.
Yeah. Like it has stopped. There's nothing to do anymore. Everything was about my mom. I would wake up at home and go. I was a full-time nanny. I was calling myself a full-time nanny for my parents. I clean. I do the cleaning. I do the cooking. I do the Everything I do, the washing, I don't want them to touch anything. I do the groceries. I do everything. I'm a full-time nanny for my parents. So now, I'm up. Mhleli. What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to call? Who am I supposed to talk to? Because the only person I was talking to was mom.
That was your friend.
Yeah, the things I do was mom. I go shopping. The jean I have, my mother has the jean. The cap I have, my mother wanted everything I had. We were friends. We go shopping together. Now I'm seated there. I have no move. And remember, you tried getting hold of me for the interview. I had lost appetite for even my music career. I lost appetite for life.
And I think it was a day before she went to the hospital when I
Yes.
contacted you.
Yes. And there's another interview I had done. That guy, he was talking to me for a year. I've cancelled, I've turned down invitations. I've turned down interviews. And whenever they would call for interview, I'd say, what do I have to give to the people? What do I have to say to the people? Because I don't have a new project. So that was my excuse. But I didn't want to leave my mother's side. Not because she was very ill. My mother was just diabetic, but she was running. She was still cooking for my father. And that's the problem that we have now. My father can't eat anybody's food. So I have now to be my mom in cooking the way my mother used to cook for my father. And then my father would call me and say, Ntomkulu, come uzongiphekela ipapa. And now there are men in the church that are really taking care of my father. So when they take him out, when he comes back, he'd call me. Ati Klapi, my mom was, it's another name for my mom.
Yeah.
Sutu name Klapi. And he says, Klapi, sengwile kaya. It's my singing reporter, now you are the Klapi. And now I'm becoming this Klapi, I'm becoming this Naomi. Yes, I knew I looked like my mom, but since mama passed, it's worse. Even me, when I look at the mirror, it reminds me of my mother. I'm scared of me. My nephews, they are always at my house because they feel like I'm their gogo substitute.
Wait, are you the first born?
No, we had a brother. He passed in 2021, and then I'm the second one.
Okay.
And I look like mama. I am mama deputy. I behave like mom. We're doing stuff together. Everything mama does, I do.
You know everything.
Everything. So much that my father is in the process of writing a book. So the way he's writing is not just writing, but he sits there. There are cameras. He's being interviewed. He's speaking their journey, ministry journey and stuff. And I realize how rich it is. So some other things my father has forgotten. So I have to be part of the session. Now, what is surprising to these people is things that happened before I was born. I'm the one who's telling my father about those events. I'm the one who's saying to my father, Baba, you got born again in 1960. Baba, in 1963, Youth Alive started. You went to the Bible school. Baba, you were working for the missionaries at the Bible school, and Botlinama private jet wabo. And Mama was a kitchen girl, and she wasn't given food. Mama was only given peanut soup peanuts. That's all that my mama ate. Mama cooked for them, but she was not allowed to eat the foods that the missionaries were eating. And they were engaged, but they were not allowed to see each other. The only time my mom would see my father, it's when my mother would peep through the window and see my father washing the private jets for the missionaries. No, Baba. When you walked to Swaziland to preach in Swaziland, you walked by foot with the young people. It was this time you went for this long. And when my father went to Swaziland with the young people, she left my mother 6 months pregnant. But I'm the one telling that story even years before, because I knew everything. Unconsciously, my mother offloaded. My mother told me everything, and it's not like she was saying, sit down, let me tell you everything. I want you to know these things. It's the relationship I had with mom.
It's the bond.
Always together. Always we were like this. So there's nothing that I do not know. I'm the one who's reminding my father, Baba, this is what happened in 1963. So one Sunday I went for an interview, so I was not able to attend the session. So I asked, okay, Baba, my sister will be with you. After that, Baba asked, no, it didn't go well. There's so many things we don't know. Sorry about that. I've got running nose. So I still have a difficulty. Days are not the same. There are days when I wake up, I'm up there. There's two sides that I'm faced with every day. So at times I wake up as a spirit man. And when I wake up as a spirit man, I be strong. Because it says to me, Mama utsatoti sidiba semapot. Sidiba saniti. Mommy has rested. Mom has served God. Mom is somewhere with God, and she's waiting there. And one day I will see her, and how I will be able to see my mom is when I live right. It's when I do things right. It's where I live the way my mother lived, the way my mother served God, the way my mother served God's people. Then I will be able to see my mom. But now when I wake up as a mere man, I wake up, I miss my mother. I cry uncontrollably. I ask my husband to resign from work. I say, I can't. Please resign. I can't face these walls alone. I can't do it. I need to speak to my mom now, and I can't. So it's those two worlds where I wake up as a spirit man, I'm strong. But when it comes to me as a mere man, I
can't do anything alone.
I just cannot. I just want my mother. But then, and then I say to myself, but I've got to be strong for the kids. I've got to be strong for my siblings. I've got to be strong for my father. You know, my parents have been married for a week before my mom passed. They were now on 56th wedding anniversary.
Ooh.
That they've been married, and my father doesn't have friends. Yazi babam. All his life. Babu yavuga. My father is the one who taught me how to cook. He is in the house. Baba prays. Baba uyageza and look nice and sit on his chair and read the Bible and do what. My father doesn't have friends. There's nobody in phone like say umngani wakho, I don't know how to deal with umngani wakho, because at times I don't know how to deal with my father. At times I call him, he's crying, he's alone in the house is empty. You know, so I think those are that's the journey we are going through. And now I have people that I talk to who have lost their mothers. I remember I got a call from this singer. She now stays in, she's opera singer, Pretty, and she stays in Italy. She calls me, she inboxed me on Facebook, and she calls me, she says, Vicky, I know what you're going through. I lost my mother. And we started talking. And when I talk to people who have experienced what I'm experiencing, then I feel better. I feel like there's no other counseling more than this one. And then Ngubeko calls me the other day, and he was on your show not long. He calls me, he says, hey Vicky, I lost my mom in May. We started talking about our mothers.
It's not easy.
Yeah, for his mom passed on in May, mine in June. But I wasn't aware that his mom passed. So he calls me because I write about my mother. I miss my mother. Status, the only thing that comes is Pastor Naomi, is my mom. So he calls me. We're talking. He's not aware that when he was talking to me, I was crying. You know? Because at times, even when I write jokes on Facebook, people don't know that on the other side there's a crying Vicky.
There's a crying Vicky.
I'm joking, but there is a crying Vicky on the other side. Because when I begin to write those jokes on Facebook, people are going to laugh. Others are going to respond. And their responses make me laugh and they make me feel better. So ngiyabayuza kahle kahle. So ngiyaniuza. Ngiyaniuza lapho ku Facebook. You understand? So it's not all the time where I write a happy status where I'm happy. There's no way I am happy from June. I'm not a happy girl, you know. I become happy and fine when I switch to the other
The other,
Vicky,
yeah.
the spiritual one. When I begin to pray, when I begin to praise, when I begin to read the word, then I be fine. It's like I'm living in another world. But when I come back to be auntie, when I come back to be my father's daughter, when I come back to be a wife, when I come back to be Vicky, you know, then it hits me hard.
And they always say it gets better with time. I don't think so. It's been 10 years since I've lost my mom.
Yeah.
It can hit you anytime, any day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you just switch off from there because now that pain. So what you are going through, we know the pain.
And I even wish rapture can come now. I'm so selfish. I want Jesus to come back now because I want to go to where mama is.
Yeah, sure. It's been 10, 15 minutes. We haven't even touched.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah, what an opening.
Yeah.
An emotional one.
Very, very. But it helps to talk
Yeah,
about these things because
yeah.
you know why? Because when you talk about this, somebody is going through it.
Someone is getting healed.
And now they're like, oh, even Nabo Labo, they do go through the pain. You understand? Oh, no, Vicky naye. How? Okay, kushuthi injalo. It's like that. We're all going through the same thing, you know?
Human
And
beings at the end
yeah,
of the
we're
day.
human beings, but we are alive. We are living every day. We don't have to die in the situation. We can be pressed against the wall, but we shall not be crushed. Let us not be crushed. No need to kill yourself. My mother ran her race. I think the only pain that we have is that we miss her. She's not in our presence. But my mama has done well. That woman.
Yes, ran her race.
That woman has done well. After we buried mama, I spoke to my family and I said, "Umamu usebenzile. It is up to you as individuals how you live your lives. And mama cannot negotiate with God for you to enter heaven. You know how mama lived? You've got to take it from how mama did it."
Also, I believe the whole Christianity or the whole gospel, it's about you and God.
Yes.
It's not a group thing.
No.
You need to run your own race because you'll be accountable for your own life and your own decisions.
Yes.
Yeah, the devil won't be there. You can't blame him.
No.
We are always quick to blame the devil.
Exactly. And you know, again, there's something that my mother said to this other woman. There's an auntie who grew up a kaya. So she says to me, my darling, you know what, Nikki puts our mama routine and our mama routine kept saying to me, Sophie, ke thabela gore ke sia bana ba ka ntlong ya morena. But she's going to their prayer meetings. She's fine, she's all right. But she keeps saying to Auntie Sophie, ke thabela gore ke sia bana ba ka moreneng, ntlong ya morena. Because for a moment, for some time, not even a moment to tell the truth, we stopped going to church.
You and her, or
My siblings, my mother kept pushing us because we were tired of church. We are PKs, we are pastors' kids. So we were tired of managing church. We were tired of being assistants. We were tired of running the church. We were tired of carrying keyboards. We were tired of cleaning and arranging the chairs. We were tired of making sure the mic is working. We were exhausted. So I went with my father to Carltonville. He was preaching, invited by the late Pastor Ntlebende. So when we were there, we had problems at church with the hall we were using. It was around Easter. It was 2016. And my father was trying to sort these things out. There was police involved because the school and the hall, what. And then when he was preaching in Ntlebende's church, Pastor Ntlebende's church in Carltonville, my father collapsed on the pulpit while preaching. So abazalwane, they didn't realize to collapse. He's under the power. And they began, yes, Lord. Mina. Ngathi mina yabona nje irenderebe bekeshe ayime kancane. I remember I ran from the front seat. I went to my father down there, and he was rolling his eyes. And then I went to the bishop. I said, "Ambulance, take my father to the hospital." And abazalwane, they are now picking it up. No.
It's not.
It's not the Randa Rabakoshi and the Rebecca Meta, this one, you know. So my father was taken to hospital, and Pastor Ntlebende did not stop the service. He said all the hours while my father was being resuscitated in hospital, the church kept praying. I think we were there for plus minus 2 hours. They're
at the
trying to
hospital.
revive my father. With some church leadership, they accompanied us. We went there. And then, so when my father came back, he went on. She took on where he left.
He went back to the
Waqedela
pulpit.
isermon.
Yo, that's strong. I,
Waqedela isermon. I'm like, Baba, please, Baba, no, I want to finish the sermon. That Monday, we had a meeting at home with my brother.
the next day.
Yeah. The Monday, we said, Baba, that's it. You're old. You cannot be carrying a church like this. And now we are deciding we're not going on with this. We need a break. Me, I went to church. I started attending church 9 months before my birth. I started being a chorus leader in church 9 months before my birth. Because Mama took me there. All of us. And we were church kids. All the way. My father's an evangelist. We've stayed in Natal for 5 years. My father was preaching there. My father would go to Swaziland. We are there. We are preaching. We have traveled everywhere.
Preaching the gospel.
Preaching the gospel since when we were little. We would be taken, put on the table on the pulpit, would sing at this age. So we got to a point where we are tired, Lord, we need a break. So after that, we decided we'll close the main church, and then we leave the branch in Everton North. So Baba, manfunu konzo uNkulunkulu, will go to the branch. No church management, but now we are done. We sat at home. We listened to sermons. We didn't backslide. We loved God, but we were tired. As pastors' kids, we were exhausted. But my mom kept having services at home with a few, because others then went to other churches with a few. And she was saying, guys, come, Bible study, fine, we do Bible studies and all that. I'm restarting the church. She said, but Mama, you can't restart, you're old. Please, rest. But God being God, we found a home. My parents were then became spiritual or grandfathers to TFT, the Free Tabernacle. So they were parents to Pastor Kotu and Mam Kotu. So they were what's this word? Adopted as the fathers of the house, parents of the house. So we started serving God freely. We started going to church. I started feeling God again. I started feeling the Spirit of the Lord. I started realizing how much I missed church, how much I missed being ministered to, without me setting up the tone and the stage for people to come and be blessed. You know? So then that's when my mama didn't stay long after that. That's when she kept saying to Auntie, and since the time we've been there, we are nursed spiritually. They understand our journey. They know what we've been through, and we are being fed in every way. We are taken good care of.
When does the singing coming in now? When now you are seeing an opportunity to at least now the gospel music, because there were different genres back in the days. I mean, you probably started singing before I was born.
Yeah, you were still romance. Your parents were still planning you. Baby, how about we have a child? So me, I was already singing. All right. I started 9 months before my birth because my mother and my father were singing.
Okay.
And then when I was born, Mommy formed a family group. So we would sing whenever my father would go have his crusades, go for revival meetings. When he closes the meeting, the last weekend, Then Tina as a family group, then we go to minister there since when we were young.
Mm.
So every evening, our evenings at home were um, dinner, singing, Mama teaching us songs. We've got a lot of songs that Mama taught us. If we were to do an album, a lot of songs. That every night was rehearsal at home. So we would have those moments, rehearsal, reading of the word, and then today it's me, tomorrow it's Gift, the other day it's Nkululeko, the other day it's my brother, even though my brother was more of a comrade from Ebunganeni. That one bekuyisa inyova, yes, you know, Angazi, that guy, I don't know how he was born of my parents. That one, it's another story. It's a story for another day. So we were a singing family. When there are funerals at home, I mean relatives, we would sing. Everything we are singing. Crusades, we sing. But then I think when I was 11 or 12. 11 or 12, somewhere there. The first person I started working with was Itani Madima. You are young, man. You wouldn't know
I
Itani
know.
Madima. This guy is unugibisi lomtana lona. I smell milk here, breast milk. Please check him out.
Itani
Madima. Check him out.
Okay.
This guy was big. He still is. You go to Africa, you go everywhere. Like, he is big, you know? Even though South Africa, you know South Africa most, they don't take their people so serious. Yeah. If Itani was to start his own kingdom doctrine, he was going to have a following. So I started working with him as a backing singer with Margaret. He would do universities and that, we would go there. You see Itani Madima?
Okay.
Yeah. You must follow his music. In fact, you must get him here.
Is he in South Africa?
He's back in South Africa.
Okay.
Now he
He
doesn't travel much now, but he used to be like a tourist.
So you'll plug us with him?
Yes,
Okay.
I will definitely. So I started singing backings for Itani Madima, studio work for his songs, but professionally, like getting serious into this business was when we worked with Bishop Benjamin Dube. With Bishop Benjamin Dube, I think I was 12 years old when I started as his backing singer. I was 13.
13.
Yes, and my sister was 11.
So how do you meet the bishop actually?
This is how we met the bishop. My mom and the bishop's mother-in-law, she has now passed, Usis Beauty, besimbiza Usis Beauty.
Yeah.
And abantwana bakhe bebizwa Mama Sis Naomi. So they were when we moved from White City, we were born in White City, Jabavu. When we moved from White City in 1985, 86, I think so, in the early 80s. So Umama was a dressmaker. So Usis Beauty was also a dressmaker.
Okay.
So I don't know where they met, bona.
Oh.
So now sihlala ema 10 eDlamini, bona basema 17. So my mother then would go there every day, asizana noSis Beauty. And then when Bishop Benjamin came, azocheck unkosikazi wakhe uPhindi. Yeah. Umama would see Bishop. So Umama then would say, Mama said, nginabantwana abaculayo yazi abayi-2.
As parents, they like doing that.
Yeah.
My son is a good soccer player.
Yes. So Bishop athi, bathumele mama mabeze ngizobezwa. So I don't remember well. I think we went to EMA 17. Angisakhumbula whether we started there, but Saya with my younger sister. Sacula, and Bishop was like, all right. And then we started working with the Bishop. Then we had rehearsals in Middleland Zone 4, where Gabo Bishop, you know. So he was still staying there, and he had just gotten married with. I think just soon after that, he then got married to Upindi. Or I think when we went there, when we met him, they were preparing for Mshad.
Oh, Mshad, okay.
Yes, so Mshad when sis Pindi. Good at Tamasa Dumenge, holy, holy you can imagine Uyobeka umuntu Holy Spirit. You know, I would see Labo Sise TV and the steps are corner samba nehlombe. So and I would imagine myself, Holy Spirit, oh, you know. So at that age.
Yeah.
So we started working with the bishop. We were backing singers, and then right there he even formed a choir that he called Love Africa. We were part of Love Africa. We started touring with the bishop. After working with him, now your girl Vicky manje so clever. My son like in the industry. Even though at that time you don't see it as an industry, you see it just as I love touring, I love singing, I love stage, I love attention, you know. And then after working with the bishop, then Victor Masondo. Do you know Victor Masondo?
Yeah. I've heard about him and his work here.
So Victor would work no Bishop Benjamin. That's how I met him. Bishop. So uthi give me uthi, you know, Pst Mthunzi Namba and Sis Felicia Marion have started a duo called Sweetwater Amanzi Mtoti. So they are looking for backing singers. Can you go there? I go there. And then when I got there, oh, all right, and then recommend other singers, Stephen Mulakeng, and then Margaret was still staying in Guatemala. So I knew Margaret from Guatemala.
I didn't expect that.
But Mamela no, but it was a holy one.
Yeah.
You understand? It was a holy one, that one. It was a PK's one, a well-managed one, you know. So that's how I met Margaret. So when Mthunzi was looking for singers, and I said, Pst Mthunzi, there is a lady, a oasis of life. Then I said, Toza, make sure you sing on that Sunday. Pst Mthunzi is coming there. And Pst Mthunzi saw Margaret, and he was happy. And then Phonela. And then we became backing singers for Sweetwater Amanzi Mtoti. It was me, Stephen, and Margaret. Yeah. Later on, and then I introduced Gloria Bosman to
the late Gloria.
Yes, the late Gloria to Sweetwater Amanzi Mtoti, because I had seen him as Zoe Bible Church.
Okay.
Because before that, long before that, we had these Molanyana groups, Sasima Lokshin. We had a group called Halal. We used to sing. And at that time, we used to memorize. And now we can all happily say, Abba Father, the Lord, God, you know. So we had that, and then we would go for Ama reception. So at Tabachabula, where Zoe Bible Church was, that's where we went Ama reception. So we'd even go to Zoe. So Gloria Bosman was singing, Mary, don't you weep.
Yeah.
Mary, don't you weep. And you must Gloria, how Gloria was, Mary, don't weep. Oh, she was that thing, you know, she was that thing.
And the image.
Oh, man. And then I introduced her as well. So she came to join Sweetwater Amanzi Mtoti. And then she went to school, I think. She did jazz, and then she was there. She flew up. She went on and on, yes. And then worked with Sweetwater Amanzi Mtoti. In the midst of that, us working with Sweetwater Amanzi Mtoti, and now Mthunzi is in Johannesburg, and he is that producer.
Yeah.
Mthunzi loves voices.
And such a great voice arranger.
Oh. And I fell in love, and now we're now doing sessions in studio. So when the artists aba recordayo, because now Mthunzi is this producer, or come get Tegwini, and everybody wants to work with Mthunzi.
Yeah.
He gets to produce Brahim Masikela or Ubani Bani and Bani Bani. We are there as backing singers at the BVs, as studio. You know, now we get used to studio work as session artists, the three of us. So Stephen, me, and Margaret.
You are still intact.
Yeah, now it's us. And it says feel, man, because, you know, me, like my soprano. And wherever I went, I was with my younger sister. She's a beautiful alto. My sister with alto. So it was Margaret, it was my sister gift, it was Stephen. And, Vicky soprano. And I would pride myself and I would, okay, fine. I'm not a ravey girl, you know. because abomargaret sikhule bacheka abomargaret becheck check music abaqeda beza bathi sounds of blackness sebashaya ama-runs, sounds of, so I was not that.
You didn't know
I
such
was,
things.
I was timid.
Yeah.
You understand? I've always been this timid girl. Even Namanja, I don't know the right word to use for me. I can be shy or timid in a group of people. Like, I'm not comfortable with people around close to me.
You are a bit reserved.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with a group of people around me that I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. So when we go to church, me and my young brother, we like that. Kulego, we like that.
Yeah.
You know. So when we go to church, the other Sunday we got to church late. So sahlalela ngasemuvanyana. And I was sweating because now ngihleli nabantu. Not it's not pride, but I've got a thing. I can be on stage. I can have people coming to backstage to meet, but I'm not comfortable with me here and surrounded by a lot of people.
Okay.
Kona into gimi I can't explain it. I don't know what that is. You know. So abomargaret, they were outgoing. Abomargaret, they were checking. Abomargaret, so mina njalo bengumntana ohlelele because ngikhule kanjalo. I grew up as a very fragile child, and even my father bekangangikuki mina. Mean I was close to my mother. My father, like even my father, no one, only mom. So now I'm exposed to this world. I have to be out there. I have to practice when I leave home to rehearse to be nice. You know, I have to rehearse to be comfortable. I'm nice, but I have to rehearse to be comfortable. Ebantwini. So abotozama here, there, checking stuff. Yo, NSB, ban tontoni. Hey, you have a place in my heart. Now Stephen and they're checking music, you know. Mina was in there, but not me, my strength is soprano. No one can hit the high note like me. You know what I mean? When you like, I'm focusing
you are
on
content on what you can,
on what I can do,
on your ability,
on me, and truthfully, I can hit the note. I can run until the other side of the piano, of the board, you know. So we were complimenting each other. We were a family. We were so loving. We helped each other. If ungana rogo, if ungana skipa, we would help each other. We became a family. So then Mthunzi comes with an idea. He says, let us form with the people that we are working with. Because when they want more than 3 singers, then we suggest people. Okay, now Stephen, there's Innocent, there's Bani Bani. So now we're becoming this big group. Then Mthunzi says, Family Factory.
Okay.
So now
let me pause you there.
Yeah.
This is Pastor Mthunzi who said Family Factory.
Yes.
So this is his IP.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. He says, Pastor Mthunzi says, let us come together and form a group that is going to be a pool. Because already there were international artists coming. Yena, he was exposed to the international world because they went to record, Sis Felicia, America. You know, so he's now
he already had the idea of the everything. Okay.
He's now seeing people that we've never seen. So when he comes, he says, let's formalize this thing. You know, let's call it a factory. So we are family, but it's a factory. As what every artist that comes to South Africa can come to this pool, to this factory.
Take whatever they want.
Yes.
Shoo.
That's how we started Family Factory.
Okay, I didn't know those details, but yeah.
It went. We were singing. We loved music. We did it for the love of music. We were not getting much money. We were not making money so much.
Yeah. It was passion driving you guys.
Passion driving us. Sikogani po. Says, you know, when you edit this thing, you must show them our suits.
I actually told him that you should play the screens at the back, but then...
Oh my God, our suits!
Yeah.
Like I had a peach one, Omunye had a powder blue, Omunye had a green one, Omunye had a yellow one. Like, and they were big pipes, but they were short. You know? But at that time, we were happening.
It was the in thing.
No, we were the first thing to bring such music. Kids singing like that, because at that time I'm not taking away anything from them, but I'm just saying the difference. There was a shift. Because now we're from so that was our music at the time, and now we coming with this thing enobo American.
Mm.
And I can get kakhulu fashion.
And this is being influenced by Pst Mthunzi.
Yes. Yes. Pst Mthunzi Namba was the richest Smallwood of South Africa.
Mm.
So much that we would rehearse. No, Pst Mthunzi, he has trained us.
Mm.
Till now, an American comes. I remember we had a tour in Sweden, and this Swedish guy gave us 13 Swedish songs, their language, 13. We had to rehearse in 13 in 2 weeks. Sizwe over season 9.
Those songs.
Yeah. We don't know the meaning, but sikremi language, young.
Yeah.
So he trained our ear. Well, I wish I can read. I can't read music.
You can't read the notes.
I can't. I go by ear. My ear is very sharp.
Phew.
I can, like in 2 weeks, when they were reading late Zakona Nanan, we're like, and the show comes, we are performing all those songs. We don't even know what it means. We don't even know the meaning, but the songs are right, the language is right.
Mm.
You know, so our ear was trained. Mthunzi would rehearse a song. Before we get on stage, we are on the wings.
Mm.
Then we was bekakhuluma kanjalo mntwana. Wekati, sondela. Wena awuthi kanje. Kuleya ngoma awushintsha awuthi nina nithi kanje. Sishaye backstage. But welcome Family Factory. When you get on stage, we are singing the new arrangement that has just been given to us on the wings. That's how sharp we were, or should I say we are, because we still are sharp.
Yeah,
Even though you don't see us,
Mm.
we are very sharp. We were trained well. You know? So he would change the arrangement of the song on the wings before we got on stage. And we would get there and we would crack it hard. We would do it. You know? So, and that was Family Factory. We've been everywhere with Family Factory. There was Toto. They came to South Africa, we toured with Toto. Family Factory, we toured with Michael Jackson. We toured with the Manhattans. We toured with, we worked with many international outfits.
Yeah.
And we are kids, we are young. We're not aware of where we are.
Of what you guys are doing.
We don't know what we're doing. We're not aware of, we can't carry big heads. We can't be big-headed because to us, we're just doing something that we love.
Mm.
We don't even care who Michael Jackson is. We don't even care who the Manhattans are.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we are singing with Americans. That's it. We don't know how big. It just doesn't make sense to us. And we don't even know how to behave like celebrities at that time, because we go perform, we are playful.
You had a chance to be a kid
Yeah, we were
outside your
kids.
status.
Yeah, we were managed still. You know? So we started young. And the people that we started with, the Family Factory people, our bond is still very strong.
Mm.
We have scattered. People are doing different things. But when my mother passed,
They came through.
they all came. So we were at the cemetery. My mother's funeral was big, massive. So I couldn't see other people. Upu Jabu, I saw him, he came during the week. He had cakes, and I saw a few people. Now when we're there at the graveyard, how mangititla? There comes Ntlantla, Thabo Mdluli with Ntlantla.
Yeah.
How mangiti, how Nababan, Margaret came during the week, and when we were arranging at some stage, she was with me and my brother, you know, and they all came. And on Sunday, when after coming from the graveyard, when we were eating, okay, Brian Temba was there as well, you know. Everybody, Family Factory was there. That's the family that we are. That's the family that will always be. That's the love and the bond that it's a concrete bond. It cannot be moved. It cannot be shaken by the shift and the change of the industry. We are Family Factory forever.
Now, how do you now move to Joyous? Because I know it's 96 when I can't even say it's Joyous or what.
Yes.
it was just a joyous celebration, and how then do you guys shift to that point now from being a family factory where it's there's bond, there's love,
Yeah.
and doesn't the shift there, does it affect you guys in a good and in a bad way?
All right. In 1995, I released my first album, my debut album,
As a solo
as
artist.
a solo artist, in the midst of everything. And then I released my debut album called A Prayer. But in 1996, that's when Joya started.
Mm.
Then I was signed by Sony Music.
When
It
you
was,
released your solo.
yes,
Okay.
it was still in Hyde Park. So Sony Music was, yazini uLindelani made us, yazi mara uLindelani, mina uLindelani angamazi. Yazi uLindelani becabanga ukuthi kukwakhe lapha.
Where? A Sony.
Sony. And he made us believe ukuthi singabantwana bakhe nathi kukithi. Because you know what we'll do? As long as you are Sony artist, we wake up every day at home, sicela imali taxi, siye Sony. So yenzani? Siyohlala.
No relax.
Siyochilla eSony. uLindelani sees us eSony and he say, "Yeah, ninjani bafowethu? Ngelunch uLindelani takes us across the street. Siyodla chicken." We wake up, we go to Sony as if stashu. We're not getting salary. We're getting money from our parents to go to Sony. Ukuyobloma.
No chill.
We go to Sony to blom.
Yeah.
Because Lindelani has made Sony be like kugithi.
Mm.
Ngoba naye ngathi kwakhe. You know? So I went to Sony, but this time it was an appointment about my project, because I think we were going to go Nobujabu to, after the release, we were given a car Nobujabu, and then we were booked hotels nationally for promotions.
Mm.
So usually, Sony, when you release an album, then you would drive northwest, northern
Okay.
Umlanga, around Umhlaba, would do that and come back. Interviews are set, radio stations and all that, and outdoor promotions. You know, we did that. So we were on that mini tour, Minano Puja, because now I think he had released his album, so as banga, you know. So
Wait, what's his band?
okay, we did the promotions together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know banga isingis. You know banga isingis. Well, they banged us. We were banged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went. So I was there, a Sony, and then Mthunzi says, you know, the transition was smooth, democracy, because we thought there was going to be bloodshed and that and that. Now we
Yes,
living,
after 94
yeah,
and
we
95
living,
your
yes,
music, okay.
you're living in a new dispensation and stuff and stuff. So how about we do so? This project, it comes as a project, a family factory.
Okay, okay.
How about we record a project on the side to celebrate this?
This victory.
Yes.
Okay.
And then how is it gonna be? I'm sitting on the table with him. You know, no, we will have Family Factory singing. We're not writing new songs. So as a celebration, a thank you to God.
I think it's even titled Thank You or something.
No, what was it?
Or it's just Joyous Celebration.
Angisakhumbuli
I know
yazi.
there's a thank you project.
Yeah, angisakhumbuli. But then we're saying each member of Family Factory bring 2 hymns that you want to sing to say thank you to God.
Mm.
So we agreed, okay. So we are celebrating. I said to Mthunzi, yes, joyously. And they said, oh, yeah, we call the project a joyous celebration.
Ooh.
Okay, good. And then I was there, Sonia, I pick up the phone, and then said, okay, call these people, Family Factory. Umuntu choose a hymn, we're going to get it. Ngizokhuluma noLindelani, and then see fact, because Lindelani was, what, CEO? Whatever, Sony, ukuthi senze le project. And then I called them, prepare my hymns, we're going to do this project to celebrate this. It's a Family Factory. At that time when it started, it was not a choir thing, starting a new group.
Mm.
It was a project, a Family Factory.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So that is why when you listen to Joyous One, you hear hymns.
Mm.
I did It Is Well, and Entabeni Good.
Ntabe. Oof.
And I did Entabeni Good. No, not the live version.
Okay.
Sharon did the
Sharon
one who
did,
did
yeah,
the live
Sharon
one.
did the live
He
one.
brought it, yeah, she brought it to live. Mina, I did
The studio.
Entabeni Ebude Kwesi Ipambano. I love that version because it's the song that my mother taught us. It's one of the songs I was telling you about.
So she wrote the song.
My
your
mother.
mom.
No, she didn't.
Oh,
It's an old
hymn.
song, old hymn.
You.
So she taught us a kaya. We were singing it in our group.
Okay.
So, and I said, this is the song I'm gonna take. For me, it dates back to where I come from. Number one, Mama told me I was born dead. I didn't cry. I only gave my first cry after 20 minutes after prayer, and they were sure I'm dead. Hence, my name is Victories. I've conquered many things, many obstacles as a little child, and all that. And I ngakho ngisibabaza sona leso siphambano. Ngise ngibheke phansi umthwalo. Ngizobambelela kuso leso siphambano. And I had that song on my album, so I took it to Joyous, and then I did It Is Well with my soul. And
wait, you are the one who's singing there.
It Is Well with my soul, yes. And this is how I recorded It Is Well with my soul. It was in my first album, so it was taken to Joyous.
To Joyous, yeah.
So I'm in the studio, first recording. I'm intimidated. Ngithukile. I think I recorded that song around 1:30 in the morning.
The AMs.
Yes, at Downtown Studios. So Mthunzi and the late a guy Batu Humphrey, who was working for Downtown Studios, Bala, and I'm singing, when peace like a river. I said, and cut. And then Mthunzi says, awuyadlala wena kade umchithela isikhathi. Maqeda lapho bathi ungitshela musu ufuna ukucula. Uyangala uyaphuma. Ngithi mina, okay, ngicela ukuthi njengoba uphuma, leave me on record. And I don't want to use the mic on the stand. Give me a handheld mic. And then he said to me, all right, Humphrey, amlungisele. Humphrey gave me a handheld mic. He played the song, he recorded. I sang It Is Well from the beginning to the end. It was one take. And I was not reading anything.
The lyrics.
I was not, yeah. And I was not standing. I was on my knees down. I sang It Is Well. I recorded It Is Well down on the floor. With no one in the studio because bekangalilo producer.
Yeah. You just had to make sure.
Yes, bekangalilo. And I don't know, I'm not brave to say the Spirit of the Lord took over me and what. I was young and I don't know what happened, but something just got hold of me. What you are hearing on It Is Well, it's the one take. By the time Mthunzi came back to the studio, I was finishing the song. And then he listened and he said it's a take. That's how I recorded It Is Well.
Shoo.
1:30 in the morning.
Yes. Was it not cold?
No, it wasn't. It was okay. It was okay. It's the temperature in the studio is all right. It's cool. It's okay for the machines. It's okay for it. It was all right. It was okay.
So you did Joyous 1, 2, 3, 4,
4, 5.
5.
I left on Joyous after Joyous 5. After I did
What's the song?
Eletubasha.
Was it not on 6? Oh no, it's
was
on
on
5.
5.
It's on 5. Yeah,
It was
it's
on 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, how I did that song, I've always been, I'm an English singer. I don't know how to do these African things. But when we were doing Joyous 5, Swazi was given, I think it was, I've got something this world can't take. Away, yeah. Hey, Aisha says he has given me joy within. it was, he has blessed. You know, it was nice. I don't know where they start one or Keep the Faith. I don't know, but there's a song
Keep the Faith. It's on 5.
5. I don't know. Between the two songs,
Quickly check.
Swazi did, and then I was like, yo, yes, Swazi ayicula le ngoma, man. And then give me bathi ngizocula uJesu Yakorob. Do you know my song that says uJesu Yakorob?
You feel which one is that? Keep the Faith. It's on 4.
It's on 4. Oh yeah, then it was the other one on 5. So bathi mina ngizocula uJesu Yakorob. uJesu Yakorob yiphi? Angimbonanga ofana noJesu ema. Amakhosi alomhlaba ayangena ayaphuma kodwa akekho ofana naye. Jesu Yakorob enhlizweni yami zonke izono zami zisusiwe zihlanziwe wangena umafohloza enhlizweni yami zimbedle ezinye ngonyama awukaJuda, you know. But I'm like, how do I present this? You know me, when I think of a song, here's a song, but the presentation. After rehearsing the song, I've got to think of how do I present the song, so that somebody who can't hear, who can only see, can fall in love with my presentation. And how do I sing the song so that somebody who can't see but can hear, they can enjoy my song. And then we didn't record, and then I then came with Sinevangeli basha liyasiqondisa liyasigeza esonweni. So when we rehearsed, I just rehearsed this part. Sinevangeli basha liyasiqondisa liyasigeza esonweni. Eletubasha lelivangeli eletubasha. And that was it. And I said ngicedile ukurehearse. Like, okay. And that's how I rehearse. Because even on Spirit of Praise, that's how I did my song Ngasabela. I just taught them the chorus, and then I sang the verse once. That is why whenever I sing, I direct. I'm saying I'm going to the verse. Because some of the things, they come when I'm on stage.
Sure,
so
I get you.
I'm not able to rehearse a song structure from the beginning to the end and take it on stage and do it like that and finish. I can't. I'm just not crafted like that. So, and I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine. I went to Gwamaimai. Now I was working on the presentation. I said I cannot wear a ball gown on this song. I went to Gwamaimai.
Wait,
Gwamaimai hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they are selling your Ntokozo.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, there. And then I bought the towel. I bought the vest. I bought.
Wait, Gwamaimai has always been there.
Yes, it has always been there before you were born.
Okay.
Mausalu sama tatets my was there. All right, boy.
Yeah. Okay, mommy.
Yes. So I went. I bought these things. I put them together. Now on my way from backstage, now I spoke to the engineers. I said to me, nobody knew I was going to come from the back.
Oh.
So they thought I'm gonna come like everybody from behind the choir to the front.
Because you come like you are running on the visuals.
Yeah, from the back of the audience, from the door.
Yeah.
And then I said, I needed to do something that will be unique. And I wanted to draw the attention to me, not to God at the time. Because why have they given me this song and they know I can't do this thing? And are they punishing me? I felt as if it was a punishment, ne? Because mina vele, I've got my own headache, ne? I confront issues like that. When I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm not happy, I'm not happy.
No, not you.
Understand? Me, I'm like that. So I think I had misbehaved somehow, or I stepped on the cons. I might be right, I might be wrong, but for me, it felt like and it's not going to be an outstanding song. I'm not going to shine on this one. And I said, okay, let me be unique. I went to buy. On my way coming to the stage, a theater, there are those abohr theater, wardrobe, the wardrobes are theater. I saw this one, no poppy, a colorful, colorful. If you can check my video, I'm wearing one
Long.
long sock, colorful. Ngibone kulo no pop loyo ngamkhumulisa on my way to stage. Ngamkhumulisa ngalifaka so. Ngathi whether it's traditional, I don't know whether it's a Zulu one or this is Ndebele, whatever it is, they will place it wherever they want to place it. And then the engineers, I told them, give me a microphone, I'm going to enter from behind. And then, even the choreography, they had not rehearsed it. But if you can see, no Kanya was driving it.
Yeah.
Because when it started, and then he went, and they all followed, you know. I told Gift, my sister, and Usizi, I said, guys, I'll call you Nizom Gite. Because Nina, you from Gamocha, you know how to guitar these things.
Yeah.
So put together some guitar nyana that you will do. I'll call you.
Yeah.
Yes. So they put together some guitar from Umocha. And then when I came in, when the song started, I remembered Madlanduna in the first bag. Almost Madlanduna. Oh, Lumtana. Jesus.
I'm in class, yeah.
Interviewer ingane la yakizwa. Yo, umntana lona. Yewena. Oh my God. So, there's this drama that was playing on TV where this guy Madlanduna had wives from ekhaya, nabafazi basemakhaya, but then he married now a wife waseGolitho umfazi wephepha. So bekhona ungazwani kuleso sithembu leso. So these ones when they would be going to the malls, they were afraid of the escalators.
Yeah.
And then when they get to the malls, and they were impressed to see the escalators and all that. And then I had that picture. All right, when the song started, I came from the back running. and I designed that I'm going to start with a verse, that the first verse that my father taught me when I was young in Sunday school. So I took, and I needed to have a Bible. But because it's something that I decided now, I didn't have a Bible.
Yeah.
I had a diary. So I took my diary, I came running, and the choir, where is she? Wait. And then I came from here, and even the audience were like, oh, yeah, it was a big thing. Sambonani phakathi. Sample 3 verse 20. Phela ngimi ngasemnyango ngqongqotha. Uma umuntu ezwa izwi lami avula umnyango ngiyakungena kuye ngihle naye adle nami. Sinevangeli basha liyasiqondisa liyasigeza esonweni. Not too much. And after that, come on, Annie Smith. It wasn't rehearsed, and it came in, and then Mama Vilakazi, which was Usiziwe and Gift, they came together, and the song became big. It was a new thing on gospel stage.
And now you just created this.
Yes, now I've created this thing. There's this color that has been added on Joyous celebration, you know, but the problem now is when I look back, at that time we didn't have teams, we didn't know team of advice like today's artists.
Yeah.
They have this team that says PR and all that.
Yeah.
You know, write on this one, push this one. I did what I did. It was an excitement of that moment, and after that, I didn't do nothing about it.
You let the song die.
It would have yes. It would have been a
big song.
You know, even It Is Well, even Mom's song. But at that time, we didn't have social media. You didn't know that you have to push what and do what. You sang and you're waiting for the next song. So that's how it happened. So after that, on Joyous 6, I think Joyous 6 was recorded in Devon, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Now, on the day when Begiwa, so when we wake up in the morning, we have to go to, I remember the salary dining room on the floor. Then we were waking up, and my sister Gift says, Vicky, it's cut, let's go. And I said to her, Nila, we have rehearsed, we are going to Natal, we're going to Devon to record. I said, I'm not going there. But yazi ngiyamthanda uBujabu noMthunzi noLindela, I understand.
Good to know.
No, anginanto eqhumayo, but as in my instinct diniling borila, I can't hide it.
Yeah.
I act.
You
and
act
I
upon
pass after that. uBujabu uLindela noMthunzi. Kudala mina ngibahlokoloza, but I love them and they love me. When we meet, we are not enemies.
Yeah.
You understand? I speak when I feel something. I
You
speak
address it.
me. Yeah. You understand? So I asked them, borrowing. Not with gift, I'm not going. Vicky, the tickets in. So when she gets to the airport, I put up at oh, put that Dwayne. So I didn't. That's when I stopped.
That's how you stopped.
That's how I stopped Joyous Celebration. And then when they came back, I think it was 2000. Then when they came back, I on my birth, the day before my birthday, the 2nd of August 2000, I called Lindelani. I said, Lindelani, I want to see you. Lindelani, then I went to Sony and I said, early clearance. Tomorrow is my birthday. Give me a birthday present. Lindelani, I'm artist in the No, it's not money. And then I got there and I said, I need clearance. Clear me from Joyous. Clear me from Sony. I want out. How? Yeah, no, I don't even know where I'm going. So Indalani gave me clearance on the 4th of August 2000. I kept it. I have to look for it. I kept that clearance. I was cleared. That was the year 2000, 2001. I think at that time my feeling was I felt like I'm getting swallowed into Joyous Celebration. I recorded my debut album 1995. Then I only recorded my second album in 2000. And my album is released. There's no marketing. There's nothing happening. I released my album in July. I asked for clearance in August. The second album was My Heart. And why My Heart? Because I was feeling like I'm not going anywhere as Vicky. Like I feel like I'm swallowed into the bigger group. Now the focus has shifted. I'm not attended as a solo artist. So my heart is bleeding at that time. When I name an album, it has a meaning. A Prayer, I named it A Prayer because I had written a song that says Mom's Song, A Praying Woman. And then I said, I would not be alive if Mama didn't pray for me. So I'm alive. I reached this age to be able to do this album because Mama prayed for me. I called it a prayer. The second one was My Heart because my heart was bleeding. And then I did that and then I left in 2000. 2001, I started visiting every church. I jotted down the list of churches that I know.
Pushing My Heart project.
No, I wasn't. Was I pushing? No, I felt like I'm even losing myself. I felt like I'm getting lost in the mob. I felt like my calling, my purpose, who am I? And I felt like I can only find that in church. The excitement of me being in a group of people and the focus was touring and that, and I was drifting away from how I grew up. It was just the excitement. I don't pray anymore. I don't fast anymore.
Don't go to church.
No, at the time we were still going to church. Since I'm promotions and my malls, we're signing autographs. We're becoming celebrities. We are celebrated. But what about me?
The individual person now.
What about me? So I started visiting churches. I still have that list. There's a guy, but he helped me to put together. It was a decision that I made. And then I visited every church. I was singing every different church for the whole year 2001. And I was feeling like, I feel like I'm getting back. I feel like there's something I feel like, you know, I'm getting all right. So I'm one person who doesn't follow the crowd. I sit down and think, where am I? Where am I supposed to go? That is why it was even easy for me to say, I need to take care of my parents. I'm leaving the industry. I'm not recording. I'm not doing anything. I don't want interviews. I don't want nothing. It's only now when my mother has passed, I'm like, now. I think I had forgotten my purpose. I was living in my mother's purpose. She has lived her life. she's gone. What about me? It's now that I'm saying, Vicky, come back. Talita Kum.
Yo. Before life after Joyous, everything that you did, the the music you did, was it your music or it was the old hymns?
It was a mix of many things. It was just a mix.
Because I'm heading to you were signed as an artist that goes Sony. Joyous was at Sony. We are now thinking about the masters. We are now thinking about the royalties.
Yeah.
Were you receiving? Are you still receiving any from the project that you did from Family Factory to Joyous? Yeah, Joyous 4-5.
Yeah, Family Factory is still receiving royalties for Joyous 1.
Okay.
So we are receiving royalties for Joyous 1 only. And then for my projects, when I left Sony, my music was discontinued. So my albums were no more available in stores.
Were you aware about this?
I think I was made aware by somebody made me aware who was trying to order my albums, who was selling in the UK, and they said this album is not available, it's discontinued. I really didn't care because
you were done with the music.
I was searching for me. I started a trip of searching for me. I didn't want to lose God. I didn't want to put endleleni. I wanted to be alone and find me, my purpose. Why am I alive? Understand? Because kulula ukulahleka kwi-group because someone, understand?
Yeah.
That excitement. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. That is why it's still as we're not enemies. That is why I was there on Joyous 10. I was there on Joyous 20. Even if they can call me on Joyous 100, I will go. Because it was not about them. It was about me.
Speaking about 10, actually, were you guys aware that you were gonna sing?
No, we're not away.
Because I remember Bab Jabu just called you because he was just giving the stick and he just saw you guys there at the front and he called you.
Yeah, we didn't know, but me, I was happy to be called on there because I was looking beautiful. I had just lost weight. I was well shaped, and I was happy for the audience to see my new body.
Yeah. And Sharon, that's where he did your song, the song that you did called Entabe.
Yes. No, but she recorded it before.
Yeah, she recorded go.
Oh, just
4.
Yeah.
I think she did go 4.
Yeah.
And then, but then, like the one you got 10, that's when now she just took it to another level, and even to date, I think that's the song that we always remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, powerful. Oh, she did. As in, I don't know. That song is something else. But some people think it's me. Others will say, the song that you did, and I'm like, oh, Sharon D is in the UK. Let me take the credit. I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you.
Because I think you guys, as a group, you sang Pindu Kulume.
Yes.
What's the other song
On
that you
Joyous
did?
10.
Yeah, there's another.
Yeah.
Oh, it was only Pindu Kulum. I'm not sure, but as far as I remember, that's the song that you guys.
Yes, I know we did Pindu Kulum.
Yeah, and they called you again on 20 where you did Ele Tubasha again. And how was the experience there? Because now it was at the stadium again.
Number 2, I had gained weight. I couldn't run the way. I ran on just
You're so obsessed with your weight.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And you, because and my microphone was off for some time.
Yeah, true. But also the I think the engineer was having a difficult time there by the stadium.
Yeah. I didn't enjoy my performance there because of the sound. And my microphone was dead at some point, and so I really struggled. But I was just happy to be there. I was just happy to be with my brothers and sisters. The environment was beautiful, a night before the recording of just 20, me and my people, we were led by Bishop Stephen. He's a bishop now.
Yeah.
We went to the stadium, We prayed around the stadium. We occupied all the corners of the stadium.
All four corners.
All four corners. The other one was there, the other one was here, the other one was there, the other one was there, the other one was there, the other one was there. Sibopha isiqhwaga sendawo. You know? So for us, like for me, I was happy from that moment. You know? I was happy to be there. My performance, well, I think they did something. I don't know what they did. Maybe it was audible somewhere, because at least they managed to mix it to be. But
You didn't do overdubs.
No.
Makes sense again. How the album sounds.
Yeah.
The mixing is not as good as you would expect it to be.
No, it overdubs. Kwaba khona bamba bawenza. You mean a solo
Yeah.
artist? No, we're not called that to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was happy to be there. If I'm called on Jazz 100, I'll go there again.
I was telling someone that I wish for 30 they can go old school.
Yeah.
That is just my wish, how I think about it.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about the spirit of praise and the 10. But like I wish they had called your solace, your kekes. Because it's a 10 but then it's another topic. How do you get to spirit of praise?
So, after Joyous celebration, then me and my brother would decide. We have worked.
There is you and Branku are like this actually.
Me and Nkulego.
We'll come to that.
There's something. There's a bond between me and that boy. I don't know.
No, you guys are like this.
Yeah, and when Nkulego got married, he told their wife, "Ungangihlukanisa nabo bonke, but
Not
you'll never
this
come
one."
between me and my sister." I told my husband, "You will never come between me and Nkululeko." You understand? Masilwa noNkululeko ungazingeni. Sisizo sihlukanise,
Yeah.
but ngeke sixabane noNkululeko. We do fight, like we're in disagreements when it comes to work, and you know. So after we've been part of starting other projects, and they were not part of us, we then started, let us start something that is ours. So we started
Is this a way to
Sojo Spiritual Singers. Yeah. We started Sojo Spiritual Singers. This is how we started. In 2000, remember I left just in 2000? 2001 I was doing church tour. 2002 I was invited in Cape Town to produce, to work with the late Babu Mbongeni Ngema. When you show that was called Jika.
Okay.
So Mina, I was doing the gospel segment, and he was doing the other one.
other one.
So I stayed in Cape Town for 3 months. We were rehearsing with E-Gang as a Cape Town. And then for performance, we then moved to 2003 early. We moved to Bloemfontein because it was the show was staging Peckoffs
In Bloom.
in Bloemfontein.
Sure.
So I was in Bloem for a month. So when coming after the show, driving back home, it was the 9th of June 2003. Then I was involved in an accident. My car was hit by a truck because I had a puncher parked on the side, and the truck hit me from the back. So from there, I then had 5 fractures on my back, lower back. I couldn't walk for 2 years. I had 2 ribs fractured. So I was in hospital. I was taken for physio. I was not responding to physio. I laid down for 2 years. I wasn't walking.
2 years.
2 full years. I had to sell my house because now I wasn't working. I was not able to pay the bond. I became my mother's baby. That's when my mama joined the herbal business to help me heal. So I moved back there, and then I did Ichiga. And then when I came back later, after 2 years in 2005, Ubab Tsepo Tula, the late Bab Tsepo Tula and Mom Antusbongle Kumal, these were 2 people who religiously were checking on me. They came to my mother's house. They hung out with me. They were there for me through the journey when I was laying down there. Antusbongle is the one who even helped me with Indabaye claimer, ERAF, you know, with the lawyer that she knew. And then 2005, when I then started to walk, but this time I was walking with a stand. Bab Tsepo said, my granddaughter, he called me granddaughter, I said, Grandpa, said, I've got a show I'm performing in London. I want you to be out of South Africa. Grandpa, but I can't stand to sing. I can't even finish one song. And then he said to me, I'll put a chair for you. It's not about your voice.
Yeah.
I want you to go out, because
Change
it was,
the environment.
I think it was Africa something in London then, because it was a lot of artists going there. And they formed a choir out of there. So he put a chair at the back just for me to be in that environment. They were singing, and I got paid for nothing. Grandpa was just being nice to me. And even sitting on the plane for 14 hours, it was hard for me. I would stand up and go stand at the back. I would go to the kitchen and stand there because I couldn't sit for too long. I had to lie down to be comfortable. I still had the spine corset. Yeah. So I went there, 2005. When we came back, then that's when we decided to start the Soweto Spiritual Singers with Nkule.
Okay.
We started, we registered everything in place and all that. 2009, I was doing 2005. Then there was auditions a bass line. It was Mega Music.
Mega
then.
Music.
Yes.
The gospel Mega Music or Mega Music?
Just Mega Music.
Okay.
Langa Semakit Theatre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went. I've not done theatre. So my sister says, "Guna ma auditions, let's go." It gave me theatre at home. When you've done more, go. Athi no ngihambise ngimhambise. When we get there, athi ngena man. Hangingene nami audition. And I got it. I got the part. How? Mina. Then I did African Mamas. There's a show called African Mamas. So as we were rehearsing, now we are starting this thing with Nkuleo. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still a concept. And we haven't started rehearsals. And then Milona, during lunch break, I go to this guy. And it's Mina, Peter, would you take a gospel group overseas? And he said, you have a choir. Choirs were an in thing. You have a choir. And I said, yes. Said, and it was still a concept. But I wasn't lying. I was just rearranging facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rearranged facts. It was not a lie. So, and he says, okay, before we travel overseas, 4 days from now, we'll come and see the choir. Yo, my daughter. I called my siblings. I said, guys, organize singers everywhere from the dance groups and everything. We need to have 4-day rehearsals before these promoters come and see the show. So after rehearsal, then we go home, we rehearse at night. So our father had to erect a tent at the back of the house because we are rehearsing at night and we are sleeping at home. So for 4 days, Mama had to cook because we have no budget. Mama had to cook pap, cabbage. Mama had to cook this and that, so that we eat for 4 days. We rehearsed. And I sent my PA, I said, go make T-shirts and write the name so that we look like we've been there. Make T-shirts. And we don't even know these kids. They were arranged.
Fast.
I'll give them songs, rehearsal, and put the show together. And then when the promoters came, I think it was on a Friday, we present at the backyard of our parents' house. Present. After that, this guy said, you got the deal. Yeah, because we've not been sleeping. After he said we got the deal, we went, we went to sleep in Petenga Mama because we were tired, we've not been sleeping. We slept dead. We slept, and that's when it started. Now I was overseas with African Mamas. This had to be prepared this side. So when I do African Mamas that side, we are paid weekly. So every Fridays I get my salary. I just take money for survival, and then I send my whole salary back home so that they can buy stuff for the office, buy keyboards, work on the uniforms, work on the what for this thing that has just started.
Yeah, for this baby.
So I am there for 3 months. I can't buy anything. I've got 2 tracksuits. When I'm wearing this other one, the other one, I leave it in the bungalow on the heater. People are buying clothes. You know, when artists are overseas, G-Star, this and that. Me, I can't buy anything. I've got a baby that I need to feed at home. The Soweto Spiritual Singers. So they started, when I went back home, it's when the last weekend, when we were now in France, I bought myself new tracksuits to wear something cleaner in, because the whole period I was wearing 2 tracksuits, changing them like that, because I was not using money. And then we had our first, then we had a big break. We did promotional material that we were giving people everywhere. And when there was now World Cup, I think
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Or 29.
2010.
Okay.
So R. Kelly got hold of that promo DVD somewhere. We don't know where. Because we were giving it away everywhere. We were sending it. The Bible says, throw bread over the waters. You don't know which one you'll meet on the other side. So we were running on that verse. So that DVD, when R. Kelly was with Sony, and Sony was the one that was giving artists for 20, they had the contract for FIFA World Cup. So we are not Sony artists. But R. Kelly insists, this is the group I want to work with. I have this song. I want to work with these people. Then R. Kelly, and then R. Kelly does the intro of the song, and then he sends the song, the piano thing of the song.
The structure of the song.
Yeah. And then it comes saying, I can see the colors of the rainbow. I can hear the da-da-da.
It's you guys singing there.
Yeah.
In my head, I thought it was Soweto Gospel Choir.
No, it's us.
Wow.
And then it ends there. And then I came in and I said, Izizwe zonke zihlangene sizodlala eAfrika. Izizwe zonke zihlangene sizodlala eAfrika. Qhakaza, hlokoma, thokoza Africa. And then we sent that back to R. Kelly. He loved it. That's how I co-wrote with him. He loved it. He mixed the song. And then he came back. We did the video. He asked us that he's coming. So can we set up spots where he can do the video? Me and Gule, kids from the dusty streets of Soweto. We took R. Kelly to Soweto. We did a video at Dlamini one.
I know Dlamini, at least.
So Kulego goes to the police station. He says, I need protection and security for R. Kelly. I'm bringing R. Kelly in Dlamini. Yeah, my boys. We're just talking about it. I say they laughed at me. For sure, because he doesn't look like it, Never judge a book by its cover. And then my father goes speak to the council at that time. Councillor at baba, no, councillor abantwana bambalethu R. Kelly manje ini and now bafuna ukushootha naye laphana eBhongo, and then they will move to Gupi. And then baqala babelieve councillor maseka ucela amaphoyisa, but nakhona kweza a few. Only when R. Kelly was in Dlamini and the word was spreading, kwaphuma ikolo yimi nonkuleko, kwaphuma ikolo. Now the police station yonke now it's making sense. So that's how it happened. And after that, then I was doing tours and all that. Now, one day when I came back, the question was how I joined Spirit of Praise. When I came back home, Opa Mutsuahaye comes, Vicky, I'd love to sign you.
Sign you as an
artist.
Okay.
Yes. I need to go high open cartel. I do by solo artist. I'm tired. It's not working for me in South Africa. It's just I'm happy with what I've done. I'm happy. I like after 2010 we took Soto Spiritual Singers to the first tour in Scotland, and we arranged it on the internet with Nkulego. We had never been to Scotland. I'd never been to Scotland, and Nkulego had never been there. But we saw the festival there. We did the bookings. We went to look for money. We did everything. When we went to the cast there, we were going there the first time. But we were the best-selling show. So I'm like, I'm happy with what I'm doing. But uthi Opa, no, but there is Vicky again. Okay, ngicela uzongicela kumama nobaba, so that if you mess with me, they know it's you who came. Opa came one time, ngifuna uVicky, ngifuna ukumsa. Ngibona ngimdala kanjani. But we are this kind of a family that does things together. I would still say, come uzotshela umama nobaba.
Yeah.
Opa came, wakhuluma, and then I was signed by Spirit Music. And then I got there, I recorded an album, The Voice.
The Voice, yeah.
And that very same, I think it was 2013, if I'm not mistaken.
12,
13? Yeah.
I think it was 12 because 13 I was in Mafikeng.
Yeah.
Should have been.
So I did the voice, and then I got the first award, a Good Crown Awards, near the voice. I was like, oh wow, shooting sakhona mos ngisaphila. Sathola ne-crown nyana, sathola ne-award nyana, ngisacatshangwa nge-award. All right, that's fine. And then they were now going to record Spirit of Praise. 5.
Yeah.
Yabona le nto ka-5 iyamlandelela. Because kwa-Joyous it was 5 and I left, and the
Yeah.
Spirit was 5 and I left.
You only did 5 actually at Spirit.
The year of grace. So I did. So I said to my sister, I remember I was sleeping in my bedroom and she had come to visit. My sister, by the way, is a beautiful songwriter. She's the one who did the song Yaga Bugiwe. Deliver Izwi.
Mandive.
Mahandi.
Yeah.
Live. Yeah. Gift is the one
She
who
wrote
did.
that song.
Yeah. Gift has written songs for
I hope she's getting money for that.
For artists. Yeah, we're working on that, but at times you have to fight.
How artists, you can't be working on that.
No, I'm trying to explain that.
Okay.
Uguti, you have to fight for credit. People don't want to credit people correctly.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah. She was not credited in the songs that my sister writes. There are songs where she's not credited correctly. You understand? Yeah, so you fight that thing. It's important to credit people right, you know? So, like song like Mangili's, where she has written a song for Joey Mufuleng. She wrote many songs. She wrote a song for a group called Redeemed.
Redeemed, yeah, yeah.
Leli. Lapho kuvule uJesu
Yeah.
akekho ozovala. You know? Song is gifted. I want a song for Spirit of Praise. But something is not really coming. And then she said, she says to me, ngiyakuzwa njalo Jesu, ngizwa izwi lakho lingibiza njalo njalo, lithi woza kimi, ngasabela ngasondela, baba ngizwa izwi lakho, ngasabela. Ngathi that's enough. That is enough. And then the song was working in me. I went to the rehearsal. I teach them the verse and the chorus. And I said, Gesh, you will repeat the same verse. I'll call you. It was not structured. I came on the stage. When the intro started, I heard a voice calling me from the wilderness. I was in pain. I was in sorrow. It was not rehearsed. It came on stage.
On stage.
Yeah.
On the couches.
Yeah, it called me according to Jeremiah 29 verse 11. You know, all that part, that sermon part came on that stage. And the song that they knew is when Gershon came in and I said, Gershon, come. And then he said, Giyaguzo. So at that time, it's after a long time, I'm still not comfortable on stage. It's after a long time I can perform. I'm now a boss here, so to spiritual singers. And I'm touring this outfit. I'm exporting so to spiritual singers. It's not only so to spiritual singers.
You are no longer on stage that much. Yeah.
There's Soweto Afropop Opera. And there's another show, a musical, which is The African Dream. They've been touring the UK. So now me being a singer, there's this big audience at Carnival City. And I wasn't ready for this. I'm not settled on stage. But I said, Lord, help me. And then I started this. Gershwin. The same feeling I have that people have. Gershwin should have done it again. You hear me?
I get you, yeah.
Gershwin should have done it again. But I did not have the structure in my head. I was just lacheling. So after he goes, then, and I'm going. At the same time, I don't want to prolong the song. I don't want to be stoned for making the song long.
Yeah.
I understand there are certain minutes that you need to have for the song to be played. So I have that in mind. I know South Africans.
Conscience,
Yeah, I know South Africans love a song. Hallelujah. And it comes back again. It plays. And then you come back. You know. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sing a song and move because there were other. I was respecting time. Also other artists. It was not my show. I would have done that in my own show. So I know people's concerned. They wanted Gershon to do more, and I'm happy because we were choosing these from the choir.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with Gershwin. I connected with
His
Gershwin.
heart. Oof,
I loved him.
his
And I
heart
said,
for God,
Gersh,
it's so
you're
good.
the one I want. I had never heard Gershwin sing, but I connected with him. I said, you're the one I want. And then we did the song. Ooh, the song became big. Gasabela, Baba Kizwa, is like a life going up and up. Gasabela, Gasabela. Oh, I loved it. So the song became, it filled the theater. It became big. But I left after that. I left.
Like, wow. Just did one project.
And I left.
You left the label and the choir, or
I left as a solo artist. I left as everything. The same way I left Sony Music.
are you the problem?
No, I'm not. I'm not. My mother taught me something. My mother said to me, never sell your birthright for a bowl of soup.
Ooh, that's deep.
And Mama said, sit on your thing until you get people who honor, respect your gift. I've been around now. And my head has never been big. I love music. But at least some little respect.
Ooh. Yeah.
At least let me have respect. Respect me. God
Not
placed
for
me.
your status, but for who you are.
Yeah, for my contributions.
Yeah.
For what God has done through me. Respect the God in me. I'm not a diva. I don't have diva tendencies. But don't mistreat me. Where I'm not treated well, I leave.
I mean,
Angihlali.
if you don't have peace where you are, any environment.
If we manage to break the pound ground, which is the UK, with a new project that was not known, and it became big, I can't sit, because you know people have this tendency. You know when you own a platform, a stage, treat these people nice. It doesn't matter whether it's the first time they come onto the stage. God has given you the grace to have this platform to give to people. They are human beings. It doesn't matter what level they are on. Treat them good.
Sure.
They are human beings. They are looking for this thing. But they want to feel good. They want to be encouraged. You know what I mean? So I think the mistake that happened there, I was not given information on time. That I was told the call time is 2. The sound check is 2 o'clock. At that day, I had confirmed.
Is the day of the recording?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the first time I'm with them. So I thought everybody must be there at 2. So I had already confirmed something. I was ministering, I think in Soshanguve, where it was crusade for abohr.
Ooh, yeah.
So now it's good. So I'm coming from the Vicky
And that's like 1 hour, 30 minutes drive.
Yeah. No, I'm singing at 10 in the morning, and then I'll be coming. And no, you're supposed to be here at 11. But I was told the sound check is 2 o'clock. I didn't know I have to be here on time. It was not communicated to me. You know? So the boss thought I'm a diva, and the boss was angry at me. And when I came back, he wasn't pleased. Even the words that came out of his mouth, I wasn't happy. So when I ascended the stage, I had to pick myself up to look all right for the people. I was not in my right sense of mind, my state of mind. I had to do it for the people. I had to say to myself, Vicky, you disappeared from the eyes of the people. You can't show a broken Vicky on stage. So try to be all right and do what you do. To tell you the truth, on Ngasabela, I was using experience more than anointing. Because I was trying to pick myself together. Even the choir kids, they kept saying to me, Sis Vicky, it's okay. The kids on the choir. Yeah, but Sis Vicky, it's all right, it's okay. Because they saw how broken I was. You know? And I said, but guys, It was not communicated. I respect itinerary. I respect programs. I respect time. Hence, even this time, it's me who called to say, if I was not supposed to do it and I did something I was aware I wasn't supposed to do, I would have lied.
Yeah.
But I told the truth that I'm in Soshanguve. After 10 o'clock, I'm coming back. But it became an issue. And after that, there was a project that we were supposed to do, which was called Women in Praise.
Yeah, I think it was Zaza took over it, yeah.
Yeah, I was with Zaza, we were doing it, and the billboards were up. Posters were there, me and Zaza. But the deal reminded me of the 13-year-old Vicky, who started, who did not know nothing. Give people according to their contribution, their worth, you know. So I wasn't happy.
Not happy.
Yeah, I was not happy. So I was not happy. So I decided on the 19th of December, I think. 19th of December? I sent an email. I said I'm out.
The recordings when?
I don't remember, but I think it was the recording for the, when was it recorded?
It should be a year after 5, before 6.
Which month do you remember?
I'm not sure, but I know they are recording.
Was it not around Easter?
No,
Okay.
it was not around this.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it was before it was recorded. But already the M1 had our billboards. It was me and Zaza in that. I pulled out. I thought to myself, I can't sell myself the cheap again. I've been around. I deserve better. I can't run rehearsals. I can't write. I can't produce. I can't do everything. And then I go to perform and I'm given 5,000. There's no royalty. I cannot.
5,000, let's say 2013, 14, is this a recording fee?
No, it was for everything. As I was going to do Women in Praise, we're running rehearsals. We are teaching the show. We are like producers. We are everything. But I was just going to be paid 5,000 rands. And I spoke to myself and I said, not again, Vicky. No, not again. I didn't want to go there, yes. But I find myself going there because I think it must be known why I understand. It's things that happen. There's so many things I'm not saying.
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
get
trying.
you,
I'm
yeah.
trying not to say other things. I'm trying to. For me, this is a new page. It's a new things. Grudges for me. No, I'm just saying what happened because I can't say I left and I'm not able to say why.
The details, sure.
Understand? Even though I can't give all details, but at least this is what I can say. I was not happy
Yeah.
with the offer.
Yeah.
And then I decided, no, thank you. So I left Spirit and I left. Well, my boss was not happy, really. He wasn't happy.
The musicians in South Africa are being exploited by the recording companies.
I will tell you. Exploitation is an opportunity given to any boss.
Because now, when you answer this, please answer me thinking about the Soweto singers. As
Yeah.
if you are exploiting them
Yeah.
or you are paying them
Yeah.
what is due to them.
Exploitation is always in the mind of the boss. It's packaged with greed. Because you see 5 million and you think, yo, kunini ngikhuzuka. Hayi labantwana ngibanikeza ama 100 rand lapha. Izakima must buy a car, must buy a house, I must buy what, you know. So it's there. It's up to you to say, am I going to partake on this one or not as a boss? Remember where you came from. Was I happy with the way I was treated? You know? So with us in the Soweto Spiritual Singers, we are open. There are things we do free of charge. There are events that are paying very low. There are events when money is there, they get paid well. But we are open with it. We're saying, guys, we have left a big footprint out of the country, but like South Africa, we've not done much.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there are platforms esizogibela kuzo because they have something for us. There are platforms esizozenza because they are marketing and promotion of this brand. You know, and when we have shows, we speak on the group and saying, there's a show coming, nini. This is what it's paying. So, so we don't call it to a gig and afterwards we say, no, you know, things didn't go. No, we don't explain afterwards. We look at the gig and we say, how is it going to benefit the brand? Is this going to work for the brand? No, we don't need it. This we need. How much is it giving? Is it worth it? We can do it for this reason. So all the time we have to decide, me and Kulego, are we doing it? Is it good for us? And then we say to the kids, here's a gig. It's going to pay this much. Are you in or you out? So all the time we have a gig, we ask first. So if it's 5 who are in, we see how we. But God has given us kids who are understanding. They're very much understanding. And they are always there. They always avail themselves. But when they go for performance, they go knowing this is how much we are getting.
Yeah. Sure. Would you go back to Spirit if they call?
Yes, I would.
Thank you. I think you need to write or do a documentary. We have been speaking for how long?
Really? Guys, more than 2 hours.
I just want us to close, but in our closing, there are kids there in Pamprestad, there are kids there in Makoko who thinks...
In Mahobani?
Makoko.
Okay.
who feel like, man, I want to be on the stage. You spoke about the 13-year Vicky who didn't know much, but now you know better and you can stand on your ground for what you believe in. What are the challenges that you guys face behind the stage before you go on stage?
Yeah. The challenges that we faced, Tina, at that time were not much. But the challenges today are too much. You've got, when you leave the Mahokong, you said it.
Makoko.
Yes. Okay. When you come from that, wherever you come from, you know, during our days, people would leave their villages. People from KZN, different provinces would all flock to Johannesburg, to Gauteng, and look for fame, look for stages, look for, you know. But manje, everything is happening everywhere. You look at Eastern Cape, artists are doing their thing there. You look at KZN, they are there, they've got a platform, they don't have to come to Johannesburg. You look at, you understand? So, but if it happens that you come to Joburg, or you come to, and there are vultures everywhere. They are there looking for the weak one that is about to die. So if you come weak, there's those who will chow you, who will be ready waiting to chow you hard. You know? So come sober in your mind. The only thing that will work for you is you are coming to offer your gift, not yourself as a living sacrifice. So I am looking for this platform. I'm going to make sure that when I get a chance, I pump my gift. If this person does not want to help you, there's a next person, there's a third person, there's a fourth person, there's a fifth. Somewhere you will make it. That keep knocking on doors. But never allow nobody to make you change your values, your you know, the way you grew up, now to be something else because you are promised heaven and earth. There's no heaven and earth that is given by a human being. Heaven and earth is given by heaven, by God himself. So what he has put inside of you, he will make sure. God cannot give you a gift and not prepare a platform for you. Even though he is working on you, he is building patience, he is building perseverance in you when you keep knocking and things are not working. It's for you that when you get there, it teaches you to treat other people better. When you get there, to say, this is where I started, this is how I started, this is how I struggled. So when you are there, you now get to understand when younger people that are coming are struggling with these things, then you are able to stretch out your hand and help them. So never sell yourself for your gift to be on a platform, on a certain platform. The platforms that you see might not be for you. People that you see on the platform, those are, I mean, when last did you see me on a stage, these big stages where there are shows and festivals and that?
Oh, it's been too long.
I'm content because people who are on that stage, it's their stage. For now, my stage is an international stage because I've been doing stuff overseas. But I want to come back to my own people. And coming back to my own people, remember in Egypt, the Bible says, now there came a new Pharaoh that did not know Joseph. So there is a new Pharaoh that does not know Vicky. So for Vicky to come back to this stage, she must reintroduce herself to the new Pharaoh. I cannot, the old Pharaoh is dead. I went outside. Now I'm known and I know and the platforms of the other pharaohs outside the country. But for me to come back now as Uviki here, I'm not going to fight for a stage and compare myself to Uban, which Uze Mvagwam and this and that and that and that. They were running almost every day to be on that stage. Mina, I was running outside the country, you know. So be patient. Never compare yourself with anybody who's on that stage and you think you are more talented than them. It's you who's supposed to be there. So your time will come. Your stage will come. Never give up. Hold on to your dream. Keep dreaming. Keep working hard. Keep pushing.
Keep the faith.
Keep the faith. And keep yourself. Don't give yourself away. Keep yourself.
I get you there, yeah.
Because the stage is not about me. It's about my gift, what God has given me. It's inside. It's not in the outside. So never give away your you. You understand? It's not an outside business. It's an inward business. You know? So hold on, be patient, wait. I'm waiting. You know, I'm shocked at how people still know me. I'm shocked at how I would go to schools and do motivate grade 12, speak, and they know me and they know my music, and these are kids.
You left a footprint, you left a trademark.
It amazes me, but above everything, it scares me. I'm scared. I was saying to my brother, my mom is gone now. I have to start focus on my papers, and but I'm scared to go back to stage. Why are you scared? I don't know if I'm going to be received well. I don't know if there's new people out there. I don't know how. I feel like I'm a new. It's an entry. It's a debut, you know, appearance or whatever. I'm still shaky and scared. Even though I know I've got a lot of material. I've been writing music. I've got a lot of material, but I don't want to take people for granted for a ride. I want to cook me. I want to work on me. By the way, Margaret, I'm coming to you because I need you to work on my vocals. I've not been singing for some time. Yeah. So I must go to Margaret so that she gives me some vocal trainings and stuff before I can go back to stage. That's how I need to. I need to. I've been a boss for a very long time. I've been sitting there and saying, dance like this, sing like this, move to the right, to the left, center stage, you know. But I can't just take my people for granted, take a microphone and go on.
Is this you saying you're recording something live now or you're going to studio?
I want to do something live.
Please.
Because I've got a lot of music from the previous albums that was not pushed well, that didn't reach, and that music has, if those songs have even disappeared, people can't get hold of them because they were discontinued and it was beyond my powers. So I want to bring back my old songs.
Is that your music? You own the masters and
Yes.
everything? Okay, perfect.
I own those are my songs. So I want to redo them, take them on stage, but I'm scared to step on the stage. I want support. And that support is people like Margaret. She must give me a vocal training. It must be somebody else. It must be a producer that will say, this is how the sound must go. I know you've got songs you've written, but this is how we must craft your sound. And then I need the backing singers who will come with their gift. I know who I'm going to work with. I'm going back to my old people. I'm old-fashioned. If I have to go on live, I'm gonna go to Stephen. I'm gonna go to Margaret. I'm gonna go to Gift. I'm gonna go with my people because
It's a throwback vibe.
we have there's something a
That has
boshel where
connected you guys.
you understand, even if we do a fresh new thing, but I want my people. And when I have those my people, I respect the fact that they are no longer those boys and girls that we used to be. They deserve to be paid better.
They're not short.
Yeah. So I will not use them until I have enough money to pay them well.
Okay, can you please consider doing a documentary? Your story is so rich.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes, it was just about your mom. Before you
Yeah.
talk about the music.
Yes.
And we didn't touch on a lot of things actually. But we are going
Things like what?
there are many things that we could talk about.
Yes.
But now, I mean, you need to have that content out there.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who can learn from your music, especially a female artist.
Yeah.
There are a lot of difficulties that you guys face before you go on stage. You mentioned when you were supposed to go on stage, you had a clash. I mean, those are the things that might make.
Look, my father is calling me. And I called him. I told him, I'm busy.
Let me close the show. Mokhaitu, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Oh.
It's Vicky Vilakazi on socials.
Yes, Facebook, Vicky Vilakazi Mall.
Okay.
And there's a page, Vicky Vilakazi, Instagram at Vicky Vilakazi. It's all at Vicky Vilakazi. Facebook is with a mall.
Yeah.
Mall.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share with others until we meet again. Thank you.